This will be the third time I have done a video of tying this knot below a rawhide Hondu. The first time I tied it with this black rawhide and put it below here, and I didn't like the quality of the video, so I cut some latigo lace and did it out of leather and videoed it. And this dark latigo, I didn't feel you could see the strands good enough, so I'd like to do it again. And I'm going to do it with this rawhide, and we're going to tie it over a T so that hopefully we can see the overs and unders better. And I've put my phone a little closer to the work, and maybe that will also help. And we'll kind of follow this drawing I did of the knot below a Hondu. And the first thing we do is 2 free runs. So a free run is free. There's no overs and unders, so you just go around the mandrel. The second one, we're going to do a little bit of a twist right there and come alongside of the first standing part. Now this, and there's no overs or unders, so it is also a free run. Our next move is over under over under. And as I said in the last video, if you do this with just an over under, it'll make a 5-part 4-bight knot beneath the Hondu. If you do 2, as in the drawing, it is a 9-part 4-bight knot below the Hondu. If you did 3 sets of over-unders, it'd be a 13-4. But we'll follow the drawing, so we're tying a 9-part 4-bight knot. And we're going to go over 1, under 1, around, then it's over 1, under 1. And in doing that, we are actually laying tracks. Now we're going to go to the third drawing, and here we're going to do an over under through the loop. So we go over and under right back there. Over under. This rawhide is a little bit stiffer than I'd like, but it's not bad. Now this takes us to the fourth drawing, and now we're going to go over under, and we are splitting the tracks. So we're right here. This is over. So we go over it. This one is under, so we go under it. Get my paper straight. So we're going to go over, under. Splitting those tracks. And now we're going to go, because this is over right there, and it's over right there, this outside bight. We're going to go over the outside bight and under the standing end. Now we're in this drawing, and we're going to go under, over, and then under 2, and we're just laying tracks. So we come around the mandrel, this outside bight right here, we're going to go under it, and we're going to be following the strand to our right. So it went under, we go under. It goes over, we go over. It's going under, so we go under. It's going over, so we go over. like that, and that's our tracks that we're laying right up through here. Now we get to the top, and where these 2 bites in our loop are, we're just going to go under 2. So we go under 2, and now that brings us to here. And in this drawing, if you'll notice, this knot is kind of a reference. See, it's pointed down, it's pointed down, it's pointed down, it's pointed down, it's pointed down. That is the front side of our knot. In this next drawing, that knot is up, so we turn it to the back side so that we have this over 2. So we went over 2, and that gets us in the path of our tracks, which are right there. So we're going to go over 2. We're going to get, see how that's under? We're going to go under it. This one's over. We're going to go over it. Then this one is under, so we go under it. Right, there was our over 2, and that made a bite in our loop, and then we come right down through here with an under, over, under, over. See how that one is over right there and over right there? So we're going to go over it, and we go under this outside bite. See how it's under our standing end, and under that we go pick it up and go under. Now we're in this drawing, and we're going to go over our standing end. We're going to go under this outside bite, and we're going to lay tracks following the left hand side of that strand. So let me just turn it so that we're going in the right direction. I hate turning the knot backwards. But we'll go over our standing end, under the outside bite, and that puts us in right here, and we're following this strand right there. Over, under, over, under. Now we go over, under, and then it's going over, so we go over. Let me get it reoriented. I always like to keep my standing end on the left hand side, but to keep this in the frame of the video, I kind of had to turn it. But now we're in this drawing. We went over that strand, was our last over. So now we're going to turn and start splitting tracks through the loop. See how that's under, under? That's over and over. That's under, under. We're going to split those tracks. Doing under, making a bite right there. We go over and under to lock in our over one, under one pattern. Now we turn. See how that knot was up? Now we turn it so our knot's down, and we do this last move right here, and it's under one, over one, under one all the way. See how this is going over here and over here? We open that up to expose that strand that's under, under. So we're going to go over, under that one down there, and over this one that's over, over. Now, here's our path. See that one down there? That's an under. See how that one's going over? So we'll go over it. See these two that are side by side? That's our tracks. And that would be an under there. We're going to just split those tracks. So we're going to go under, over, split our tracks so that we can get to our under right there. This strand's going over our tracks, so we go over it. That strand's going under our tracks, so we have to split our tracks so we can see it. Pick it up, go under. This strand, keep hitting everything with my needle where I got everything low. This strand's going over our tracks, so we go over it. We slide our tracks apart so we can see this strand right there that's underneath. It's going under our tracks, so we go under it. And then we go out over this outside bight, which is over right there and over right there. So we go over it. That brings us to our standing end. So we go alongside of our standing end to finish our knot. And that is our knot that would be below our Hondu. But I want to show you that if I pull this strand out and slide out my T, this is just a 9-part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to count to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9-part, 4 bight, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's got 4 parts in the loop. 1, 2, 3, 4. And to tie it below Hondu, you're just splitting the parts. That's not an actual hole, but that's where your knot of your rope's going to set. And then, if you count this, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bights. But if you draw a grid diagram out on paper of this knot, this and this wouldn't. This isn't really a bight when you count it. You count it 1, 2, 3, 4, but if you draw it out on grid paper, it only has 2 bights. But I really like this knot, and there's lots of things that you could use this knot for. So I hope you will try tying it, and I hope you enjoy tying this knot as much as I do. Thank you for watching this video.